Hey everyone, it's Jay with another army showcase here in the store. Today we're going to be looking at my Hedonites of Slaanesh collection here for my Age of Sigmar army. I started this army, I think it was 2018 when this, when Hedonites or Slaanesh, I guess, got their full redo. Just kind of like, just in line with Disciples of Zinj, Magakin of Nurgle, Blades of Khorne. And these guys were the last ones because I guess in the story, Slaanesh was missing from the throne. All the other Chaos Gods were out and about, but Slaanesh was missing. So they needed other things to happen first. Obviously, because of it was Slaanesh, they would have been, eternally tied to whatever was going on with the other elf factions, like the Lumineth and the Daughters of Cain and the Idoneth. And so anyway, these guys came out, and I want to say it was late first edition. Something like that. Yeah, because if the game came out in 2015, it was like late first, because I think they're on their third book. And when they released, they were absolutely busted. They were way too strong. They had a summoning mechanic that involved running Keepers of Secrets, the big guy. As many of them as you could into your opponent's army. They would do damage and take damage, and then that would generate summoning points, and it was absurd because you would, run 3 Keepers of Secrets into your opponent and get like 2 back, which is a little silly when it's one of your best models to just get, whatever, 66% of them back. So, and then in the, I want to say, the second edition, they immediately got the full nerf bat. They got reduced to, and everything. Points went up, the summoning changed, everything got worse. And then in the third edition, they got a kind of balanced approach, where they're a bit more fair. The summoning's toned down, but units like these Slickblade Seekers in the back, there's all the cav with the guys riding them, the big D-mini cav. They're pretty good. They're pretty killy and fast and have some wounds. So the army's in a pretty decent place right now. Actually, I joke with my friends because I'm doing a Cities of Sigmar army for Adepticon, which is almost done. I'll talk about that in another episode. That army is very good too, but I had already kind of put the refs in with this army, so I should be playing this year just from that perspective, because I kind of already memorized how to use everything. So anyway, that's the story about this particular army. Going into kind of the approach, I think the first unit I painted was these Blitzbarb Archers. These are both one of my most favorite, like, aesthetically, sculpted, modeled units that Games Workshop has made. They're super nice looking models. I think something they nailed, which is pretty interesting, is somehow making the two, there's like the way the males and females are like done in this unit is like pretty well done. But real pain in the butt to build. There are a lot of pieces that they don't build in any logical way. And then they have dumb things like, and it's hard to tell because they're so small, but this lady here, for example, has like the 300 Xerxes face jewelry, which is really hard to resolve on a small model like that. So this is one of the reasons I don't have 30 of these. Because this one unit took me like a whole month to paint, and I was just so annoyed the whole time. I love having them now and playing with them, but I have another unit that I built and started painting just before the cities came out, and because I was kind of thinking I might play these guys in a tournament or whatever, and they didn't get finished. I will finish them one day, I promise. But then we have one of my other favorite units, the Painbringers, which are kind of like Slaaneshi Chaos Warriors. Like Magotkin got Light Kings, and the Blades of Khorne got, they got like Warmongers and Blood Reavers and Blood Warriors or whatever they're called. I gave him this like blue or purplish shield. Came up pretty nice. Yeah, they all have these. And a cool looking shield. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle. Anyway, this unit pretty cool. I would say in the army meta, they're like meh, nothing special right now. But you know, I'm glad I have them. I'm sure they'll swing back around. There's some care. All my heroes there. My Lord of Pain, Lord of Hubris, Mask. There's Enraptress, another one of the wackiest, coolest models. Unsettling. She's playing this dude like a harp or whatever. And then behind, you got the good old Sigvald here. Let's pop him out. Of course, one of the most iconic fantasy Slaanesh heroes. Came a long way since his 7th edition debut in Warhammer Fantasy Battles. That was a beautiful model too back in the day. Absolutely. This one I did in kind of like a non-metal, I don't know, blue steely color, as opposed to the gold that you see. Painting his, you know, what do you want to call it? Perfect sculpted armor was painful. It's a lot smaller than you think it is, and it's very dense. And then all the little, you know, stuff going on in his leg armor and stuff. And then yeah, he is wearing assless chaps. If you can, yeah. Also the triple cape, legendary triple cape. Yeah. Did I enjoy this model? I would say yeah. The only thing I kept off was the head and hair, which I think was smart. The rest of them was pretty enjoyable. Would do again, 10 out of 10. And we got one of the twins. This is, I think it's Dixessa. There's another one called Sinessa. This one kit makes two models, or two different models. I think he's the male. He's got hence the peacock background. This, generally speaking, it looks really cool. But in my opinion, a stupid model. It's just crazy. I don't know. I didn't really love painting this model. It was fine. You know, kind of like he's kind of like he's like a huge daemonette with, you know, the peacock thing. Anyway, pretty decent in the game. Then we got the good old keeper. Yeah, I probably need to do another one at some point, but got the one. I gave him the Shalaxi head, which is like the hero, the named hero, and get this model out here so we can take a look. Kind of like sky earth metal thing going on in the armor, little bits of armor. There's the shield, gold shield, non-metal gold shield, and some horns. I'm just kind of like went pretty simple with some of the things I wanted, like this. You know, this is just a solid purple. I wanted certain things to not be too busy, be a little simpler, and then other things could be a little more fancy. So, pretty enjoyable model overall to work on. You can see the keeper, the two big models have like this literal marbly base. This was just I don't know, just an idea I had. I went with I had some peel and stick. This is like a quartz backsplash thing. It's meant to be like all stuck together, so you can kind of peel off the backing, stick it on your wall. So I was doing a kitchen reno some time ago. And I like the product because I didn't have to. It's real tile, but I didn't have to fiddle with the grouts and the things so much, and it made installation really easy. Anyway, so I had a bunch left over, and I thought, well, you know, maybe this would work. I still don't know how I feel about it. I think on the some of the bigger models, I think it worked out okay. I'm just gonna pull these out for a second so we can get to the back of the cabinet here. This shelf is absolutely bursting because of the. I'll show you why in a second. All the cavalry's on enormous bases. We got a short speaker here, a little wizard guy with a mirror and crazy smoke, and then we got the contorted epitome, which is another wacky model. But you know what? I didn't mind it. I think the mirror came out kind of cool with the reflections, and then you know you get lost in it, which I think was neat. I also don't forget I got some Slangors, one of the least popular units. They had their rules were a bit rubbish for a while, but now I would say right now they're pretty. They got a place in the army for sure. They're cheap and they hit pretty well. Okay, moving on to the back, we got a few of these chariots, which are always pretty good in the army. They roll lots of dice, do some mortal wounds. Although absolute pain in the butt to actually get into combats because all the stuff sticking off of them. A nightmare to build and paint because I don't know if you can tell it's got the lawn. This is the lawnmower chariot or whatever. Which if I can access it. Yeah, you can see. Here we go. So yeah, have fun building those. All the blades, and you got to build them in an exact order, or it doesn't work at all, and you have to start over. And if you did plastic glue, which I did, sometimes you're halfway into the builds, and that plastic glue is already welded, so you have to almost destroy it to take it apart. It was not ideal. So, and then I've got more of this army at home. I can't even fit in the shelf. There's more of there's like chariots of these guys. They're on smaller bases, and it's just like a single car with a rider. You can see it. This one I have all the riders on. This one I didn't bother. It's just less to paint. I just couldn't I had enough. Then I've got the Health Striders. So these are like mortal Slaanesh humans on demonic mountain, kind of demonic guys. I've got some Daemonettes on the same thing, and then I've got my Blissbarb Archers or Seekers, which are like pretty critical. They're like fast cab bow unit. They have like cool synergies where if they shoot something, then you get like bonus damage against it. I think that actually the enemy, that unit gets no save or -1 save, so you can combo that with other things. And then my horde of Slickblade Seekers, which I think is 15 in here. It seems like a lot more, but yeah, it's just because they're on huge bases. So starting to give you a perspective. Let's see if I can pull this one out. Oh, I just heard something snapped. Yep, there goes a horn. I'll fix that later. You know, here's a little infantry guy, right? So you can see the difference. Yeah, I'll have to glue that little thingy back on. But yeah, they're big. I mean, it reflects in the game. They have like 4 wounds and roll a bunch of dice, but they're a lot bigger. I almost feel like they could have definitely reduced these guys down a little bit, but maybe it's the scaling. Maybe they wanted it to be really, yeah, I guess that's about right. You know, they wanted to make the rider and the mount to be like almost proper scale, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, they were okay to paint and work on. The demon-y thing took a while. It's a lot of straps and leathery things and stuff. So. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that little breakdown of the army. Future plans for this army is probably just to add those extra Blissbarb Archers, and you know, that's the point. That's the beauty of having this already done, is when something new comes out, I can just add another piece, and you know, changing a list isn't so hard because I have so much already. I still have a box though that has full of like gray unpainted, just more demons, like Daemonettes and all that other stuff. It's also the thing with Warhammer Demon armies that just kind of don't stop growing. So so there you go. So that's another one for the library, and stay tuned. We'll slowly add them as we go through the different cabinets here in the shop. And yeah, hope you guys like that and learn something new. Ask any questions, and make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later.